Dominic, it's your boy Ink with another season, another review, another episode. It is season 5, episode 8 of Love is Blind. Tough episode. A lot of drama, like almost only drama. And yet, it does feel like this episode has a lot less. So, in the last episode, we had Uche coming in to talk about to Alaya, right? And to Lydia. I'm sorry, Alaya. Now we have Uche's turn to talk to Milfen. And it does feel like Lydia. I mean, it's hard because I don't think there's victimless crime. I think Uche come off as the fucking asshole. Sorry, bro. I think he comes off as somebody who's trying to push a point across. But at the end of the day, if he's trying to do something that's good, if he's trying to do something that is worthwhile, if he's trying to do something that's gonna be improving other people's life, no matter the way he does it, it shouldn't be looked as a bad act. So I actually support Uche. If he's just bitter, then I don't support him. But till proven guilty, he's innocent in my book. Because yeah, he might have a fault with Lydia, but you can understand where he's coming from. Coming from a place where he was hurt that Alaya didn't fall, or that his relationship was fucked up. He found a girl, right? And he found a girl he really liked. And arguably, I don't want to be a dick. I'm not trying to be mean, but there's a lot of chance that he preferred Alaya to Lydia, and he lost like a better girl to a girl he didn't care about as much. So that sucks for real. That sucks. I can imagine that being sucky. Then we had a amazing argument between Izzy and Chris. And again, it's so hard to come up with something as a reviewer, as somebody that reviews, and it's so hard because you see Izzy talking to Chris, and he does seem trying to be here, try to be a good person for the guy, and be a good friend. And he's like, "Yo, we're similar. We're good people. We're good, a good person. You're a good person. I'm a good person. People are gonna try to take advantage of that." You again try to warn him about Johnny, because Johnny again was a bit shady, and it's kind of cool that we're seeing this, but all of this, if Chris is not responsive, if Chris is not listening, then all of this is up for shambles. Like it's not clear. Hopefully we're gonna get some clearance over it at the very end, but it's not clear if Chris believes Izzy. And us as viewer, we know that Izzy's saying the truth, right? And it's kind of funny because arguably people are gonna say like, yo, it's not your business, Izzy, because if you're in a good relationship or not. But the way he went about it, he was trying to be, of course, yeah, he was kind of a dick to Johnny. But again, like Uche, if he's trying to look out for somebody, it's a bit different though. I don't think Uche was looking out for Milton, right? I don't think at all. But it did feel like Chris, Izzy was looking out for Chris. It really felt that way, right? And for that, we have to be grateful because we need that solidarity. Like, yeah, we dated the same chick, we dated the same person, and apart from that, I have to have your back because I have to warn you. If coming from that angle, I'm all up for it. Then Stacy comes in with very aggressive, and that's why Johnny came in. My issue with that is I understand that Stacy and Johnny have their issue. I understand Johnny did talk back about Izzy, and Izzy has the right to be mad. But my issue with the situation, if you take Izzy and Chris and you put them aside, if it's only Chris and Izzy talking, all I said was if Chris is receptive, this is worthwhile. If it's not receptive, then Izzy, you're talking for nothing. I believe there's a lot more chances for Chris to be receptive to what Izzy has to say if they're in a setting where it's only the two of them. Stacy did come in with high spirits. I understand that she had issue with Johnny, but it did feel last episode. Let's put it together. Last episode, I felt like Izzy was mad at Johnny. I did feel that. I'm gonna be completely honest. I felt like he hold a grudge against Johnny. Happy? You got it. However, I didn't get that same Izzy for when his conversation with Chris. I think he was really, really trying to help Chris. I do believe, I'm gonna be a dick, but I do believe more. I do believe more that Izzy was there for Chris than Uche was there for Milton. And I feel like yes, it's because I do like Izzy as a person, but it's also these constant, well, not constant, it was like foreseen where we saw Izzy take care of Chris. We saw Izzy being there for Chris, and we didn't never saw that with Uche in Milton. Those moments might have appeared, might have happened, but as a viewer that I didn't see, I cannot pretend, I cannot say it is, right? And Uche, again, until proven guilty, is innocent, but it's not looking good for Uche. Izzy, on the other end, is looking good for him because yes, he was bitter, but you can see that he was a lot softer with Chris. He was like, "Yo, I'm just there trying to help you," and you can tell that Izzy was he was a bit drunk, he was a bit inebriated, and that might have not helped his thing. But the fact that Stacy came in with High Spirit, the whole situation went to shit. Because when Stacy came with High Spirit, then Johnny came with High Spirit, because she heard Stacy screaming. And I was like, shit. And then Stacy, they come back home. Izzy and Stacy have a fight, and that fucking hurts, bro. That fucking hurts. That fight was tough. She was talking about how Izzy, he didn't protect her. He stood up he stood up for Chris. And Izzy, you do want to believe him when he said, because he does tell Stacy, I was there for Chris. But even if he was there for Chris, you should give attention to your girl. Hey, there's another. This is between us boys, okay? Lady, leave the video. Thank you. It's between us boys. Okay? You ready? I'm gonna give you a second. Say that you have to go piss. That's what I do. Good. Okay. If your girl, okay, she's in a room with another girl she doesn't like, okay, be the guy to take her away. Be there for her, because chances are that she doesn't like the girl. She's going to get emotional. She's gonna get mad, and you want to be the guy that's there for her. Girls are doing that with us. Girls are always doing that with us. If they know that we're with somebody we don't like, girls are gonna be there and be waiting for us to show emotion. Just to be like, okay, I need to make him calm, or okay, he can handle himself. Stacy was getting emotional, and Izzy wasn't there. Right? He was there for Chris, but he wasn't there for Stacy, because yeah, it does seem like that. And then it meant to a and again, Izzy. Oh man, Izzy, I love Izzy. He's a fucking good dude. In my book, he's a good dude. Like in my book, Izzy's probably. You know what? Oh man, this season is hard because there's only two couples. I want to give massive shout out to Izzy because he's my boy. I love Izzy. Izzy was my number one since episode 1. However, Milton, right now, it's Izzy and Milton. Milton is just shy. Just shy. The reason I think personally, I do tend to prefer Milton. He seemed like a more like stable person. Not stable in a way that Izzy is unstable, but stable and is in his life. For example, he has a good family life. He has a very good job. He cares about it. He's willing to sacrifice his relationship with Lydia so he can work night, because you know that's gonna lead to something else, right? Right? And again, for Milton, I do think I prefer Milton. But Izzy's been there for the whole time. So although I do prefer the temperament of Milton because he's chill, and Milton makes me think about Shao, my best friend, how I'm very high spirited and Shao is more calm. So we balance off each other, right? For example, the situation where I feel like that's personal. It doesn't have to do with the show. I'm not trying to talk bad about Shao, but there's a situation where I feel like Shao is dealing with a situation that he's supposed to get a reaction from. He's supposed to feel a type of way from, and he doesn't react. And I'm like, bro, have you ever thought that this person is perhaps trying to do this to you, right? Or for example, like there's time where people are gonna talk shit to me. I'll handle it. And when gonna talk to Shao, talk about them talking shit, they'd be like, I don't care. And I'm like, bro, you should care because I'm a bit older than you and I understand how it can add up, you know? Just trying to be a good friend. Maybe sometimes I'm being too invasive, I'm being too intrusive, but I'm trying to be a good friend, you know? And Izzy, I love Izzy. I think Izzy's a fantastic character, but Izzy needs to be a bit more planned because he got a fight, right? And he said, he called Johnny as a pod chick. He called her a pod chick. Now, I'm gonna go for Izzy. I'm gonna have to protect my boy, okay? And that doesn't come as me trying to protect the guy because he's a man. I'm gonna be honest. What I do believe with Izzy, I believe that Izzy, he didn't think, and although he didn't mean anything bad about it, right? He still called her a pod chick. You can see that with the Lost and Found, right? I don't think Izzy was coming from a bad place. I understand how it can be pursued or perceived as a bad place. Calling a girl, oh my god, Izzy, what are you doing, bro? You called it Johnny a pot chick to Stacy, who's also a pot chick. Stacy, I think she's smart enough to understand Izzy wasn't trying to be mean. I think she's smart enough, but it still hurts. It still hurts. She was a pot chick too, right? And Izzy had a good comeback. She said, "Oh, you're my fiance." She's my fiance, right? And there's a big fight where she feel like Stacy feel like Izzy isn't trying. I feel bad saying this. I have to be honest though. I feel bad. I shouldn't say it. Fuck. I feel like I feel like Izzy. I feel like Izzy comes in. Izzy is very easy. Easy. He has work. He has his personal life. He lives a very simple lifestyle, and he likes this like personal lifestyle. And you see Stacy, who is very, she's very like organized. She's very like she has a family life. She has a business. She's talking about Vrac about the money, right? And she's it does seem like she's more stressed about life. So Izzy, who had this very very relaxed life, is having to deal with a more complex life, right? And he's already making an effort to adapt to Stacy's lifestyle, right? So when Stacy says, "I don't feel like you love me. I don't feel like you're doing anything for me," you understand that Izzy coming from a place where he has to set up he has to put his life aside and focus on her life because her life needs adaptation, and that takes an effort. That takes a lot of effort, right? And it does suck that Stacy doesn't understand this, but again, Stacy has been living the same life for so long that she doesn't see it as overwhelming, right? She saw Izzy life as underwhelming, and I think that both of them are wrong. I think Izzy life a bit too simple, like no cutlery, no glasses. I understand the tactical point of view. I think that's more useful, but bro, you know, I at least have a couple. I just have a couple. And see, I'm not here often. I do have a nice cuddly for when I have somebody special. I have a couple. Tell Stacy, I do have a couple for when I'm with somebody that's important and you're important to me. Right? Even if she doesn't accept it, she doesn't accept that. Even if she says, "Oh, it's so shitty," then at least you made an effort, and she'll recognize that. Right? So Izzy and Stacy, it comes from places, right? You have to meet in the middle, and it does feel like the effort to meet in the middle, because Stacy is here and Izzy is here. Stacy, all she needs to do is lay back, she'll drop, right? She has a parachute. She's falling. Has a parachute, right? Izzy on the other end, he has to go here, slamming a ladder. Physically, it's harder to climb a ladder than to go down a ladder. Now we have to understand it's not hard physically for Izzy, it's hard emotionally. So he breaks down, right? And I gotta say, Stacy, I fucking love her. Because at the next day, she was talking to Izzy and they sort things out, and Stacy was being protective. Stacy was being there for Izzy. She was actually super cool, and Stacy, she has her guard up. She wants to look like this very strong girl. She wants to look like a very powerful woman, and she tells Izzy, and she almost like fucking whisper it. She said, I feel bad. I'm sad I made you sad, and this is not her. This is not who she is usually. So this is hurting her guard down and being vulnerable with Izzy, and I do feel like it takes a lot from Stacy to be vulnerable. That's a big plus. And the fact that she did that to Izzy after they had a fight. It doesn't matter how many fights they have. It matters how they solve it. Right? And then that's pretty much it for oh no, never mind. We have the meeting with Stacy and Izzy's mom. At first, bro, it's hard. It's really hard because as a person who hasn't been in a relationship often, I don't know how this works, right? You're gonna get the taste. There you go. Add out 20 seconds of chewing. You're welcome. And yeah, um, I don't know how it works. With Izzy mom, she seemed like she was gonna be the sweetest. She was gonna be accepting of Izzy because accepting of Stacy because she makes Izzy happy. However, it did seem like it did seem a bit like Izzy mom was against Stacy a bit. But then when she met Stacy, and when Stacy, she really made an effort. She was trying to be vulnerable. She was trying to be like, she did say a couple of really good things. I could say them, but I'm gonna let you guys watch because I'm not here to spoil the show. I'm not here to spoil the show. I'm like an after show. Right? And it won her mom over, and bro, it was emotional, and you can tell that the mom, she really likes Stacy, and Stacy really likes the mom, and everything is cool. And the mom is so sweet. Like Stacy's dog, actually bites off her purse, and Stacy's Izzy's mom, she's like, yo, it doesn't matter, it's an old purse. You can tell she's a good person. You can tell she's a sweetheart. So shout out to Izzy's mom, you're phenomenal. Then we have the meeting between Milton family and Lydia family, and I had to say I did feel a bit bad for Lydia because she came in with people that are very pro Milton. For example, Lydia mind that Milton is sitting on the counter, and at his house he's sitting on the counter, and when Lydia makes a remark, she's like, yo, you shouldn't do that. And his mom should protect him. I saw the mom, but she's gonna be the hard ass, but actually the mom is chill. It's the sister that's the hard ass, and she's trying to protect her little brother, which is normal. My God, bro, my God, this was intense. Because Milton family is amazing. You can tell that they're very professional. They're very. It did feel like the mom, she was very professional. She did a bit cold. The father seemed like a fucking sweetheart. The father like seemed like a fucking sweetheart, bro. Honestly, the sister, she calls Lydia and Milton relationship phony, and you can hear the father in the background say it's not. I'm like, bro, you have your son back, bro. It's so cool. And yeah, so it was about Lydia, and Lydia was fighting a battle because I do say that Lydia's a lot. You can see that she was really making an effort. She was actually being sweet. In meeting with the mom, I have nothing to say, bro. I have nothing to say. And she even talked about she was attacked a bit and she didn't react, right? Which is something that she probably had to work hard to do. You can kind of see that Milton, he had her back. Milton, the problem, it's not really a problem with Milton, for example. It's more with the family. Milton come from a family with very vocal people. Come in a family where there's people that are taking a lot of space. And Milton, although when in a group situation, it's gonna be more reserved. Although I do find that Milton, when he's alone with Lydia, and a lot of scene, he fucking stood up, bro. And my boy was speaking loud. My boy was being phenomenal. Milton has his insurance. He's not cocky. He's confident. And I do like that about Milton. And you know what? You know what's crazy? Lydia, she's allowed to handle. She can kind of she can kind of come across as somebody that is like a very like boss babe, right? But then you meet Milton's sister, and she's exactly the same, and that explains that why Milton is so able to deal with Lydia, because he's been dealing with it his whole life, right? So to me, that's a shout out to Milton, because Milton, I was worried about the boy. I was worried that he's gonna be in a situation where Lydia's gonna be over him, right? I don't know what the next episode is gonna be about. I don't know what's gonna happen. I want some drama. The reunion show is on Monday, so I'll try to catch up. I have 2 episodes left until the finale, so I'm gonna watch one tomorrow and I'm gonna watch on Sunday, and hopefully we'll be able to say hasta la vista and Monday watch the reunion show. As always, it was your boys. I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Again, it was a long video. It's crazy how you have 20 minutes of content for a 45 minutes video, but hey, there's a lot to talk about. What can I do? What can I say to make you stay, to make you not go away? Our love is blind was freaking one of a kind. Another thing that I want to say is this season is so different because of the 2 people. There's only 2 couples, right? So if it does feel like there's a lot for the 2 couples, you're gonna put yourself in the production shoes. It's hard. As always, I love you guys. Peace.